Hi card making friends, it's Sandy here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share an easy die cut Easter card with you, and here it is. Super cute and super fun and easy to make. We're playing with the Huggable Bunny die set. This is new from Simon Says Stamps this month. And for the little background for the flowers, we're going to be using the Dancing Floral Vines die set. For the grass, we're using the grassy edges, and to add a little bit of detail around the border behind the bunnies, we are using the stitched rectangle dies. For the paper today, we have Aubrey Blue, Mint, and Cotton Candy. Tools you're going to need: a square embellishment wand and a craft knife. And I find these craft stacks really handy for little die cut pieces like we're playing with today. I pre-cut all the pieces today just to save a pile of time, but I do want to talk about the Huggable Bunny dies. There's two little dies in here. There's a front die, and then there's two little pieces for the back. And I'm showing this little pink bunny. If you do the background two pieces in white, you're going to end up with white feet on the bunny and a white tail, which is not a big deal, but the white feet kind of is. So if you do it in the same color that you're cutting the bunny, then his feet end up being the same color, and I'll show you a trick for the tail at the end when we're finished putting the card together. So I have a white piece cut out of the front piece. I have two blue pieces cut out for the background pieces and another blue for the overlay. And I'm just going to show you how I like to put these together. I've zoomed in here. I'm going to use my craft knife. I'm going to pop out the interior of the ears and his tummy, his eyes, and his nose. And then I use the edge of the knife to get rid of all those little fuzzies that you get sometimes when you're die cutting. I hate those little things. So I like to just scrape them off before I start gluing things together. And then that way I have a nice smooth edge when I'm working with my layers. Now the top piece seems to get much more fuzzy than the two background pieces. The background pieces I didn't really need to scrape. They came out nice and clean. But then you want to do the same thing with the three white pieces you're getting from the white portion of the bunny. And that's his inside of his ears and his little tummy. And there's a little bit of hairy paper on there as well. So just use that craft knife without cutting yourself, because they are quite sharp, and just clean them up a little bit. And then you see I'm wiping my surface as well, because I don't want to lay my glued pieces down and pick up all those little pieces that are sitting on my work surface. Okay, so here's how I like to put the bunny together. I'm going to use my Barely Art glue. You need that fine tip. I find it easier to put the glue on the back of the front piece. So we're going to go around his little face and just under his nose, around his ears. And then we're gently going to put this background piece in behind. And you just kind of line it up and give it a little squeeze, and it's done. And you're going to do the same thing with the bottom piece. You're going to go around his little tummy all the way, and then that holds the bottom piece. And the bottom piece actually adds the tail and the feet. And then you can line up his little arm. Okay, so now we're ready to do the inlays. So the tummy and the ears are the inlays. You're going to drop in the white pieces. And then I've also taken the top layer and I've run it through my die cutting machine on pink and on black, and I have little tiny eyeballs and nose just up out of the screen. I'm going to grab those in a sec, and I like to do those as an inlay as well. So I'm just putting the glue in his eyes, and then I've got these little black guys, and I got to tell you, this Place and Score embellishment wand, best invention ever for little tiny die cut pieces. And his little pink nose. Okay, that's all there is to putting these little bunnies together. So I've got three. I decided to do the Easter colors for the three of them. And here we are. I had to share this. Once you get all these out, you have all these weird little bunny heads lying around. They're kind of funny. But you can take the white one and you can overlap the pink one, and you can have white and pink bunnies. I don't know what you're going to do with the rest of the black ones. Okay, so I have a white A2 card base, 4 1/4 by 11. You're going to score and fold that at 5 1/2. And then I have taken a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 piece of white, and I have used those rectangles stitched dies to create a card front. And I have two pieces of grass, one thick one and one skinny one. The thick one's going to go on the front, and then inside the card I have a little skinny one at the bottom. I also have a separate piece of cardstock for the inside. It's also 4 by 5 1/4. And then that way you have the same thickness of cardstock on the front and the back, and when your card's standing it won't wow. Okay, so we are going to get busy and start gluing a bunch of these together. I have all my flowers and leaves and everything all die cut, and they're on the front of the bunny. They're also on the inside of the card at the bottom, and I did those in the same 3 colors, and I saved all my pieces inside my envelope and they just fell out. That's a mess to clean up after I'm finished the video. Okay, so there's 2 dies in this set. We're going to take this one with the flowers. You want those little guys there, the flower centers, and the leaves on the top right hand side. For some reason, stamping the sentiment didn't come through on the video. It is stamped with Eggstra Special. There's a new stamp and die set, and then I die cut it out, and it is stamped in Surf, and that Simon Says Stamps Positively Saturated Inks. Okay, so back to what's going on. We are gluing on the grass on the front panel of the card, and also at the bottom on the inside panel for the card. Again, using Barely Art glue. I really like that fine tip on there. And then next what we're going to do is we're going to take some of the foam squares, and I'm going to cut them in half, and I'm going to use those to add some depth to the little bunnies when I put them on the front of the card. I'm just trimming off the grass. If you flip it over and trim it from the back, it makes it nice and even. And those had little glue on them, so I'm just going to clean up my work surface because I don't want to transfer that to the card. Okay, so for the card front, I am using the Big Mama foam tape, also from Simon Says Stamps, and I just like to put strips of it down, and it gives it a nice little bit of height. It's less than 1/4 of an inch, so it's a really nice height. Make sure you don't have any overhangs. And I'm showing you the big roll there. And then you just take the corner of your tweezers and pull up the tape and pull it off, and then you're ready to attach it to the front of your card, making sure that your card's opening the right way. And I have a little bit of that fuzzy stuff from die cutting on the bottom of my front panel, so I just scrape that off as well. Okay, so I'm going to use a tape runner to add the inside of the card, and we've got 1/4 of an inch all the way around that's going to show on that. I find this gives a really nice finish on the inside. And you can also stamp another sentiment on the inside if you'd like to. Okay, so cutting my squares in half with my no-stick scissors from Spellbinders. Flip my little bunnies over, and I'm going to add little pieces around the ears, around the head, and around his little bum. And that's why I had to cut them in half, so that they would fit behind his ears. But I pretty much do that all the time anyway. They go twice as far. Okay, and so for placement, I like to start with the 2 outside ones, and I also put them at different heights. So I have a little bit of his tail and a little bit of his left ear hanging over the edge of the card front. I'm doing the same thing with the pink one on the right-hand side, and he's going up a little bit higher. Okay, and now it's easy for me to balance the blue guy in the middle, and he goes even higher. And then I also have the foam squares on the back of my sentiment, and I'm popping that in at the bottom of the card. So there's the basics. When I got to that point, I thought, it's still a little bit boring. I think this is where we need some flowers. So I'm just going to quickly add some glue. I got a little bubble going there. Got the glue where I didn't want it. And I have my flowers and leaves all put together already. So again, I'm just going to use my Place and Score embellishment wand, and I'm going to attach the leaves first. And I kind of stuck them in 3 different spots on the bunnies just to add a little bit of additional interest. And also, if you have a dirty spot on your bunny or you've got glue where you didn't want it, those are also great places to add your embellishments. Okay, and I decided to stick with all yellow because I already have 3 different colors going on in the front of the card, and daffodils are usually the spring color and they're yellow. On the inside, I am going to add all 3 of the colors because it helps to make it cohesive with the front of the card. And you also want to put these at different heights. It makes it more interesting. And different spacing in between the flowers works as well. Okay, so you kind of place those where you want them, and then just come along with your glue and glue them down. That makes for a nice little interesting on the inside of the card without a whole bunch of extra work. Okay. That's all done. Now, here's the little secret, little baby white pom-poms. So add a little bit of glue to each of the bunny tails and then add one of these little tiny pom-poms. And I have these linked. I got them from Simon Says Stamps. I have them linked over on my blog in the thumbnails at the bottom that shows you what supplies I used. Okay, and I had some extra flowers, so I'm just going to add those on the grass around the bunnies. There we are. So here's my finished bunnies. They're so cute. I hope you have fun making them. Everything that I used today is listed underneath this video. There's also a link over to my blog where you can get images of the thumbnails of the items I used. And if you enjoyed today's video, please consider giving me a thumbs up and leaving me a kind comment. I would really appreciate it, and it really helps my YouTube channel. Sharing it with your friends also helps too. Okay, so until next time, thank you very much, and here's a couple more videos I thought you might like.